All right, beautiful people. So, in today's talk and video, I want to talk to you guys about two things and two things only. I'm doing a $5,000 giveaway, and I want to talk about why you should aim to collect $10,000 upfront on every single deal that you sell. Okay. When it comes to the giveaway, all you have to do is literally go on my Instagram. I made a post about the how to become a growth creator by building $10,000 plus offers and implementing client acquisition at IO's growth thesis, which is the fastest path to generating 500K a year or 500K per month for yourself or your clients. For those who don't know, we're revamping and rebranding Client Acquisition.io's flagship program, which was $500,000, into the Growth Creator program. Okay, the focus was over the last few weeks and months. I started seeing that a lot of our clients were the ones who were really seeing insanely good results. Were seeing those results because they started leveraging our thesis around growing service-based companies, whether they're brick and mortar or local business or online. So, like if you look at this, Muhi's 19-year-old kid who came end of last year in October. He couldn't even afford a virtual assistant. He was looking at my content, and he used my content to sign his first client or two, and he used that budget to join our entry program, which back then was, I think he just got a VA program or a ACB, and now he's making $20,000 a month consistently. But most importantly, he's getting his clients five-figure deals using our thesis. He went from just being a short-form content agency to being someone who also helps with monetization, following everything that we share, right? You have Mario Gonzalez. He quit his job 6 months ago to join our flagship program, which was $500,000. And today he's making $18,000 per week. He just had an $18,000 week, which is pretty impressive to see someone go from working a 9 to 5, being young. I think he's in his early 20s, making six figures at his old job, but now he's making, he's pacing 72K a month. We also had Augustine, Augustine. He's from Argentina. And he's killing it in that Latin market. He's training setters and building, placing. He has a setter coaching program and a placement offer, right? He's just did $170,000 in a month, and he joined our community when he was at 10K per month, right? We have Los, who's also in the SaaS industry. He's using our growth thesis to sell $64,000 deals. So I was looking at these deals. I'm like, wow, this is really impressive to me. Like, even people who come from being broke, so broke that they can't even afford a $3 an hour VA, that 8 months later, they're making $20,000 a month at 19 years old. Like, even I at 19 years old couldn't fathom making 20K a month. Like, I mean, even at 23, I was still probably below that, right? Or no, not 23, but 22. So like we just started seeing a lot of these wins, and I realized that I need to pivot the program to becoming more of a thing where we allow people to become an extension of Client Acquisition.io in a way so that they can take what's successful and go implement it in other businesses, right? So I'm doing this giveaway to also at the same time as announcing the fact that we're not going to be selling anything else that is not the Growth Creator program. Of course, we still have our hundreds of partners, but besides the Growth Creator program, you can't work with us, okay? At least not on the personalized level. So in the last few weeks, I'm going to go into the topic of why you should collect $10,000 upfront or more on every deal. So in the last few weeks, I asked my team to pull all the data we have around most successful clients and the least successful clients in our community, right? My goal with the results of this project was to come up with the ideal client profile and the characteristics that provide them with a higher chance of winning and growing their business. And for those who don't know, a lot of growth consulting firms private equity firms, when they come into a company, the first thing that they do is they try to find the 80-20, right? They try to find the 20% of clients who generates 80% of the growth in that company, right? And what they do is they try to change and pivot the whole company into focusing on the 20%, right? Because it is a lot easier to serve and make 20% of your customer base and client base happy and charge them more than it is to try to charge 80% of the people a lot more money because they're broke, right? So I wanted to also kind of like go towards this path, which is, let me focus on the most successful clients and let's get them even better results. Because one thing that you should also know is that the quality of your product or service is dependent on the prospects that you're selling. So as an example, I know I just shared this case study by Muhiz, who went from being broke to being to making 20K per month, but his transformation is not as impressive as Augustine's case study. He went from 10K a month to 170K a month in, let's say, 6 months. Now, it's the same product, it's the same service, it's the same insights. How come this person went from to 170K per month in 6 months or less, and this person went from zero, like a few $1,000 under 5K to 20K a month in also around 6 months? Like the quality of our program for Augustine was probably a lot better than Muhiz. Although, Muhiz's life changed a lot more compared to maybe Augustine, because I guess Augustine, in Argentina or making 10K a month, he's probably doing good already. But so it's like you need to figure out like who are the best fit for your service, because that's what private equity firms do. The goal is not to try to serve everyone. The goal is to try to, at first, the goal is not to scale and serve everyone. The goal is like focus on the best people, right? But anyway, after we did that, after we did the project of collecting the data around the most successful clients, we ended up with the data telling us that the clients who had inevitably scaled fast or scaled faster than others had these traits. They were focused on one offer. They had time to allocate and managing and optimizing the new initiative. So the new strategy we implemented for them and the new infrastructure we built for them. So either we, placed new people, talent in their company, or we built systems and softwares that generates them the attention that they need to grow. So they had time to actually optimize this thing, right? And they also had knowledge about the niche and some experience around the service that they were selling, okay? Like if you have zero knowledge, zero experience about the niche, zero, like literally you know nothing about the people you're trying to sell to or the thing you're trying to sell, you're not going to be part of the top 20, right? And the fourth thing was that they had cash flow to reinvest in acquisition monthly, right? Now, funny enough, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need thousands and thousands of dollars. It just means that you have money saved up at least, and that you're willing to burn it chasing your dreams. I think I've seen so many people who are in the position where they actually have the cash flow to invest in acquisition or in marketing, and they don't do it. And 5 months later, 6 months later, they end up losing their business. Versus the person who may not necessarily have a high recurring, monthly revenue, but what they do is they take all their savings and they burn it into acquisition. And I like to say burn money because money is just meant to be used. It's not really meant to be hoarded. It's pointless if you don't use it to buy access to more energy. So these clients have, those who are reinvesting heavily end up seeing success much faster. And the last one was that people knew how to sell. Not necessarily they were expert at sales, but they had some experience in selling over the phone before. So these 5 things would, if you come to me and you're like, hey, I'm focused on one offer, I have time to allocate to manage and optimize my everything that you guys will build for me. I have some knowledge about the niche, and I have cash flow. I have maybe $1,000, $2,000 to invest in marketing every month, and I've also closed a deal before over the phone. I'll be like, of course, then it's inevitable for us not to scale you, right? But if you are on the other side of these 5 points, meaning you're not focused, you don't have time, you don't have knowledge, you don't have cash flow, you have never sold before, then I hope that I hope you understand that like it's going to be a bit harder, not harder. It's going to take a little bit more time for you to actually experience the success that you deserve, right? Now, why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you for two reasons. The first one is that I want you to be aware of the 5 situations that lead to inevitable success and that qualify you to work with client acquisition.io. The second one, which is the most important in my opinion, is to teach you a lesson about optimizing for your most successful clients. The mistake that most people do, and especially in this industry, is they have a tendency to sell anyone with a heart and a soul. If you have a heart and your blood is pumping through your veins, they will take your money, right? If you have $1, they'll take it away from you and give you some information and hope that you succeed. They'll throw in a little guarantee like, hey, we have a guarantee where if you don't get your 10 clients or we're going to refund you. But, they add some conditions like, hey, you have to show up to every single group call to qualify in getting a refund, which to me is really ridiculous, right? Anyway, so, and most people in this situation will actually not last more than 4 years in business. I'm sure you guys have seen that a lot of the people who are in this, especially in this high ticket coaching consulting space, even some agency owners, they don't really last long because they are out here over promising, giving people the world in their marketing messages, but when it comes to their back end, it's really broken. So the marketing goes against them. The clients who they sold start marketing against them and they go out of business, right? In the webinar, I shared the most important lesson I got from the first 4 months of this year, which was the power of pricing. I asked everyone who was present on the webinar to never sell any offer below $10,000. Like I said at the beginning of this, the focus isn't to try to appeal to the 80% of the market that can only afford 20% of the product or service being sold. Instead, you should focus on serving the 20% of the market that will gladly and will consistently pay 80% of everything that is being sold in the market. So when serving them, you can charge, $10,000, $20,000, $70,000 or more, and the price doesn't matter to them since they want quality, right? That's what they want. They don't want the cheapest thing. They want the best thing. They want the thing that makes it inevitable for them not to succeed, right? And I heard this term or this stat around the fact that 80% of people only buy 20% of the services in the marketplace from Jason Fladlian. If you guys didn't know Jason Fladlian, he's the guy who does a lot of webinar builds, and Hormozi learned how to build webinars from him, and he also told Hormozi when it gets hard, when it's easy, that's when you go hard, right? And that's something that I really took to heart when I first heard Hormozi mention it. But another guy too that I heard who mentioned this stat was George. He was a consultant at Boston Consulting Group back in the days. And for those who don't know, BCG is $11 billion a year in revenue type of company, right, or consulting firm. So this is why the new Growth Creator program, I'm heavily with the new program that we're pushing or rebranding. It's I'm heavily focusing on helping every agency owner or consultant who offers growth services to learn to charge a lot of money up front, right? One of the things that I'm going to be sharing is our pricing models around how to position your offer so you can charge a lot up front, so you can also afford to grow and you can afford freedom. Most people make the mistake of getting people in as easy as possible, and they have a hard time getting that person happy for the services, because if your service is cheap, then your experience is also cheap. So you can't get someone results if your thing is cheap, right? So pricing models is going to be something that's super important, and we're only going to be getting our clients to focus on serving the people who are in the position to experience the highest ROI from their services. Okay? And, understanding this, it also led me to shutting down all our other programs, right? The appointment setter program, ACB program, all these other services that like are meant to serve the 80% of the people who buy 20% of the services, I would rather give you something for free than try to take the little bit of money you have left, because I know that you're not in a position to experience the highest ROI. So even if I was to sell you the best program on earth, because of your situation, because you're not part of the five situations that lead to our clients seeing an inevitable success, then you're actually going to have a bad experience. So for me, I was like, hey guys, we're going to shut down the appointment setting program. We're not going to charge anything below like 10, 15 grand, right? Because we would rather you come and work with us when you're fully ready than try to give you something half. Like, we don't want to half-ass things. We just want to give you the best of the best, right? The only thing we're going to be offering is, quality support, personalization, and most importantly, and this is where things get really exciting with the Growth Creator Program, is we're going to give every client of this of the new Growth Creator Program is the ability to leverage our infrastructure. What I mean by infrastructure is our pool of VAs. So we're now building a SaaS where clients can literally pick and choose trained setters, whether they're trained on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, any channel you want, you're going to find someone, and you can just pick from them and go serve your own clients. So we want people to become an extension of client acquisition.io, right? And you also are going to be able to leverage our growth thesis to serve your own clients. While everyone is trying to overmarket to be more appealing on the front end, I'm spending millions of dollars to make sure that our back end looks even more wonderful for you. So I'm spending more money on back end than I'm spending on marketing. And I hope that by doing so, it allows you to not just grow your business, but it allows you to leverage our infrastructure to have a better offer in the marketplace so no one can compete with you. And, I'll be honest, my goal is for everyone who ever works with us to never want to stop working with us, right? My goal is every person who joins the Growth Creator Program becomes almost like a partner, where, how Amazon has third-party sellers on their website? Well, I want client acquisition.io to have businesses, agencies, consultancies that are leveraging our infrastructure to make hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars every single year. Okay. And, in 19 days, the price of the program is going to be $20K. This is a 6-month program. You can sign up at our old price at $15K, by speaking with the team. If you can find the link below. But yeah, no, I'm really excited about this. When I presented the new Growth Creator Program on the webinar, people were really excited. We had even old clients join back again, because they were like, this is insane. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of like present to you guys what we're building, because it is going to be amazing. I'm going to be releasing the Webby so you guys can kind of like get more details on this new growth thesis as well as the new Growth Creator Program. The Webby recording will not be free. I think we'll put it at $20 because, again, if you're not willing to pay $20, you're probably not willing to get access. You're probably not ready for the sauce, right? But again, the $5,000 giveaway on Instagram happening is all you have to do. Just follow these steps, like, comment, and share on your story. And we will be giving our $5,000 ACB program to one person for free in the next week and a half, I believe, right? In the next 2 weeks. So yeah, if you're interested in the ACB, we'll place a sitter, we'll build your offer, and yeah, give you for 8 weeks in our community for free. All you have to do is just click the link below and participate in the giveaway, and I promise you that you will be happy you did, because you'll get to experience something amazing. But yeah, guys, hope you're doing good. So I'm going to be making just like videos like these every day for the next 20 days, just kind of like pushing the new Growth Creator Program. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Bye-bye.